My life's a story before me, and I'll try and find a way to be free finally. I'll reach the new world. The game has only just begun. I can see it in your eyes. This is where tomorrow brings a new game. It's time to learn the pain is gain. Ready, fight!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Bowser Jr. Fan 13, and welcome back to another Marvel vs. Capcom 4 discussion. Alright, so we got plenty much to talk about in today's episode, so let's get started with the next topic. Okay, so for today's next topic, we are going to be talking about unlockables and rewards. In fighting games, it's very common to unlock very cool, rare stuff that you can get in games. Like, even though they might not be much, or they will be like a big deal and stuff, like, it's pretty cool. In the Marvel vs. Capcom series, there isn't really much to unlock. But in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Infinite, you could unlock title cards. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, the title cards are pretty cool. Well, if they're not the only thing I can unlock, and if I had a little more than just that. Okay, so listen, I respect the title cards being unlocked in Marvel vs. Capcom, but listen, like, this is a big crossover fighting game full of fan service. Like, all you're gonna give us is just title cards and basically just artwork, character endings, and that's it. Like, and alternate costumes. Like, I understand, like, that's what they're trying to go with or something like that, but you know you could do more than just that. Like, don't just give us all these alternate colors, all these random different gifts that aren't gonna make a big deal in the game. Like, give us something more than that. Like, this is supposed to be like a game for Marvel and Capcom fans after all. So I thought, how about instead of just, like, you're not just unlocking title cards and alternate costumes and alternate colors and stuff, what if you could also unlock some secret dialogue with certain characters? That would be a pretty amazing thing. And another thing that you can unlock certain alternate costumes, or you can even unlock some artwork and the character endings and stuff. Like, basically just what you got in the last few games, but even more. In fact, I got an even crazier idea. Like, this is gonna be a weird choice, but trust me. What if we can have, like, you know, since this game is full of fan service and stuff, how about we get this game to be fully promoted with the fans? So what do I mean about that? Well, let's think about it. We have a lot of fans who love the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Like, the whole fighting game community, they just love this game. Like, they're so dedicated to it. They make these lovely pieces of fan art. And what if I could tell you, we take all of that fan art, well, basically Disney and Marvel and Capcom, they basically just go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever social media piece they have, and basically they go and ask their fans, hey, we love this piece of fan art, it's pretty cool. Hey, would you like to make some more for us, or can we use some of these art for the game? And they'd be like, oh yeah, sure, definitely, go ahead. Like, you know, these pieces of fan art, like, you can use these, like to unlock them. And basically you could take a look at all these cool concept arts that they've released and stuff. Like, have all the fans, like, draw these pieces of art for certain characters. And plus, not only will you get artwork of certain characters, you can even have cosplayers. Yes, I'm gonna go there. We're gonna have people cosplaying, and the pictures of the best cosplayers will be in the game, and it will be unlocked for you if you play arcade mode or do certain conditions with certain characters. Like, it's not just for fan service and just to appreciate the fans, but you're also giving players a reason why they should unlock them. And of course, it could even provide more replay value, and you're like, oh cool, I wonder what type of fan art this character has. Alright, I'm gonna try to unlock it. Like, just think about it. And plus, not only that, the fan art could even be used for, it could be used for advertisement and stuff. Like, it'll be good for, like, self-promotion. Like, just imagine this, like, you see somebody, like, I don't know, maybe a family who's just going out, they're looking on their social media pages, and then all of a sudden, they see someone dressed up as a fictional character from this game, and they're like, whoa, that's some pretty cool cosplay, and oh my goodness, that's some nice fan art. And then look, they'll see something called hashtag Marvel vs. Capcom 4, and then some people who haven't heard of the game be like, wait, Marvel vs. Capcom, what is that? And like, when they look it up and, you know, they start seeing this, they could be like, maybe I should buy this for my kids. They'll definitely love this game. Like, just think about it. Like, it's pretty a good idea, like, especially like from a business perspective. Like, trust me, you need this type of stuff, like all this cool self-promotion stuff, like in order to help out your business and help you make even more money than you already have. I mean, besides, there are YouTubers out there who are called by big companies, by Nintendo, to help them promote their big games. Like, can you believe that? Plus, I like how Thoroughgy Arcade basically explained that there's going to be different shops for different stuff, and all of the different shops, they'll be run by different Marvel and Capcom characters, which is a pretty neat idea, and I'm totally down for. And in fact, if you need any pieces of guidance and advice, I got a cool idea. How about, basically, as you're playing through the game and you're new to this, we could have your guides be Nick Fury and Dr. Light. I mean, Nick Fury is, like, the captain or leader of the Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D., so it would make sense that he would be your piece of guidance. And especially Dr. Light, too, because he guides you in the Mega Man games, and he's very wise, so having Nick Fury and Dr. Light teaming up together to help you through the game, like, tell you what you need to know, it's very, very awesome, and it's a pretty neat idea. And even though you'll play as all these characters, there will be some characters that will be locked that you have to unlock. So how do you unlock them? By playing through the story mode, because some of these characters are locked because of certain scenarios. I'll discuss the story mode as soon as I discuss DLC, so that's going to be like a little much later if you think about it. So, anyways, I think that's all I have to say about advertisements, unlockable rewards, and stuff like that. Plus, oh wait, before I move on to the next topic, I forgot to mention that in unlockable rewards, you'll not only get them from story mode, arcade mode, and basically doing certain conditions with characters, you can even buy some stuff, and what else? You can even unlock them in some certain single-player content, which I will discuss in the next part. Plus, not only that, like, remember how I said that there will be shops to buy certain stuff? There's going to be two types of currency that you can use. Real money currency, which you need for DLC characters, and certain DLC costumes and stuff like that. And there's going to be in-game currency, where, how about, like, basically when there's certain pieces of artwork or certain things that you want to buy for your character and stuff, you'd be like, oh yes, I'm going to buy this and that and this. Like, basically, you'll have your own in-game currency and spend it on whatever you want. And plus, there's going to be certain costumes, especially like for DLC characters that you could buy, but you can only buy the DLC costumes if you have the character in your game. And yes, the character also needs to be unlocked. I know that's a little stressful and sounds a little weird and confusing, but it's not too confusing if you think about it. And of course, I'm also going to bring back the character cards from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So what are these character cards? Well, I'll discuss that with you in the next part, because they're actually going to play a big major role in one of the single player content, which of course, as I said before, I'll discuss in the next part. Okay, but that's it for all that, so let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so we've already been discussing about unlocking alternate costumes and all that stuff, but what exactly are the alternate costumes going to be? Well, it's not too difficult. I mean, I know I'm going to sound a bit lazy or a bit weirded out for this. Most of the costumes for the characters are just going to be costumes that they had in previous games, but I wanted to do a little more than just that. For some certain characters, they will have special costumes like related to certain games that they've appeared in, and of course it'll be related to some of the movies or comics as well. And not only that, like basically all these different alternate costumes that could also be beneficial to the story mode, especially like for certain scenarios. And of course, I want these costumes to not just be used for all that. Basically, it's kind of weird, but I want these costumes to also have basically just being reskins of other characters. Now, why would I want some of these characters to be reskinned off of other characters? Well, basically to make up for some characters that you wanted in this game not being playable and stuff. Kind of like what I do in Smash Bros. Man, it really sucks that Waluigi is not in the game. But anyways, so now I'm going to be talking about how many alternate costumes everybody is going to have. Alright, so again, I'm going to be reasonable with this, and I'm going to try not to work the Capcom employees too hard on this. So basically, every character is going to have 2 alternate costumes. So we're basically 2 alternate costumes per character. And as I said before, they're mostly going to be reskins or reused costumes or brand new costumes related to whatever it came from. So you basically get the idea. Oh, and if you may have noticed why some characters might not have alternate costumes, or why they have one costume instead of you know, well, mainly because as I was working through the alternate costumes, I couldn't find any good costumes for some of these characters. That's why I didn't show off some costumes for some certain characters. So if you see some characters that are missing from the list, that's mainly because I can't find any alternate costumes for them. Or if one character only has one alternate costume, then that basically means that that's the only one that I could find for them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, alright, I've been talking way too much and my mouth is hurting from all this talking. So, anyways, let's just get to the alternate costumes. Alright, so enjoy! And before we go, there's a few quick honorable mentions that I wanted to bring up. Okay, so one of my friends on Discord, Zayan the Succubus Lover, this guy, he's been following my channel, and he actually loves my Marvel vs. Capcom 4 content, so shoutouts to him. Subscribe to his channel, and follow him on Discord and stuff. Basically, not only is he helping me with this series and supporting it, he also came up with some pretty cool ideas that I was totally down for. Like, he showed me, like, these alternate costumes that I have and haven't picked for Spider-Man and Morrigan, which, for Spider-Man, not bad. These are pretty cool picks. And for Morrigan, that's so, creative. Like, why didn't I come up with this? But anyways, that's all I have to discuss for today. Stay tuned for the next part, because we'll be getting into some serious new stuff for the game. So anyways, you know the drill. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace out, everyone.